Hey, yo, it's Dominic D'Angelo with the Tuesday, and it's Rumor and Innuendo. I'm with Robert Karplis, WD Creative _ish. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Robert, how are you? Happy Monday, or Tuesday.
There it is. There's the Dom we know and love. I'm like, there's no way he's getting through that intro so seamlessly without botching something. And we got it right at the end. Not knowing what day of the week it is, but I know what day of the week it is because it is the day after Monday Night Raw, which technically makes it Tuesday. We'll say hi to the folks joining us here in the chat. Says, "Was up 3 Z's today." Don't know what that means, but we'll go with it. Cammy Star says, "After morning, boys, lots of Miss Stranger Things tie-in opportunities, especially in the gear area." Wanna Breeze says, "Hello, R&I. Nice of Dom to start on time today."
Hey,
man, this is like I would not want to be an Uber driver and get Wanna Breeze. Like I feel like you're like 20 seconds late. You're losing some stars. Wrestling Old Head says, "Good day all. Raw was like one of those primetime boxing shows where everything was essentially built towards the main event." That's true.
Yeah, you have experience in that, Robert, for sure.
And E suggests that I should be the next substitute for RVD.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but
okay.
Guest host. I did see what?
Guest host. He means
Danny Doring was filling in yesterday.
He was great. We covered some really fun stuff, especially like the ECW school process, like training and all that kind of aspect of him getting into it and who was involved with it. And like who was on the phone when he first got when he first reached out to be a part of wrestling in ECW. So
was it Taz?
It was Taz, but AKA Matt.
Sorry, did I ruin the thrust of that story?
Right.
Well, sorry. And Larry Z saying the real star of the show. Hi, Marty. Marty is here. He is a tired gentleman. He's chilling on the lap.
Look, he's resting it up.
Yes, he is it's like a lap cat all of a sudden, this dog. But it's all right. You know what it was? He was just so excited from watching last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. I don't know if you were aware of this because they were very subtle. It was Stranger Things themed.
Why is that? Why is that the case, Robert? Is there some sort of connection going on?
There's a little known show that airs on Netflix. It's about kids and aliens or something like that. Clearly, they needed the star power that WWE was going to provide. Look, I am all for corporate synergy. I am all for getting the most out of the association. Hey, we're going to plug Pacific Blue. We're going to plug G versus E. We're going to plug La Femme Nikita. We want to draw eyeballs to it.
Westminster Dog Show.
I hate the Westminster Dog Show.
I kind of liked it. It was aggravating, but
because it used to preempt Raw. That and the U.S. Open were like those were the heels for WWE programming. But what I couldn't stand was they kept playing the damn Stranger Things theme song over and over and over. Not a single cast member.
Yeah.
I would have thought at least I'm not saying you're getting an A-lister. I'm not saying you're getting Finn Wolfhard, which, by the way, best NXT nickname of all time. You're not getting Millie Bobby Brown, but maybe the dude who plays like the science teacher.
Something, right?
Barb? What the hell's Barb doing? They probably could have gotten her. No one. So that was kind of odd. And there was nothing about this show, if I watched it, where I would have been like, all right, now I'm intrigued to go check out Stranger Things. I think I joked in the line, it felt like you went to a Stranger Things birthday party where they had the pizza truck and the Demogorgons and the vines, but they didn't really explain what it was. So if you were not a Stranger Things fan, there's just a lot of crazy crap on the wall. And you're like, what is going on here? It's like Uncle Moe's Family Feed bag.
I kind of liked the presentation of some of it for sure. Like I liked how the entrance was set up and some of the backstage areas. I also appreciated like the chapter stuff. I thought that was a kind of neat incorporation of it all, but they really could have done a lot more. And I mean, like, what if you went like '80s WWE for this, especially being the first one on net or the anniversary Netflix thing. It
They
kind of would
did
make
say that.
sense.
They said like, "Oh, we're back in the '80s." So I just assumed it meant that the talent were doing lines, but what the hell do I know?
Well, Robert, I didn't. So I didn't really. I caught some of it. I didn't watch a whole lot of it.
Well, you were
But
busy hosting your. Why did you do the Rob Van Dam show at the same time as Raw?
well, the plan was I did it at 7, so we were gonna like end before Raw started, but we went overtime. So
Okay, I'm just curious. I saw it pop up on the old X gimmick, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm watching Raw live. All
that's
due
it.
respect to getting to hear Danny Doring telling stories about hanging out in a hot tub with you.
It's good times, by the way.
No, it's nightmare fuel, Dom.
Oh,
Pure,
we could blitz
unadulterated
right
nightmare.
in, Robert. You could. The water's fine.
No dudes in the hot tub.
No tease.
That's a standard rule. That stinks. You know what also stinks
What stinks,
is
Robert?
wrestling fans.
Yes.
And
Oh my God.
some men mask their bo with scents. You spray on some of that cologne crap. It ain't fooling anybody. That's why
Nope.
we're talking to you about our friends at Mando. This thing is a godsend. We were promoting it going into WrestleMania, and it made attending WrestleMania palatable. Mando gets the job done right. It's like Zack Ryder. You're going to put it in there. It's going to do the job. It's going to get the job properly. It's not going to mask odor. Mando is going to Mando it. It is available in retailers near you. That was a weird way to phrase that, but or you could head to shopmando.com because for a limited time, new customers at shopmando.com get 20% off site wide with our exclusive code. Just use code RUMOR at shopmando.com for 20% off site wide plus free shipping. shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and hello to long lasting freshness. Definitely a concern here. It's 82 degrees outside right now. It's a hot one, like they said in that terrible Santana song.
Oh my God. Well, get the bourbon leather, everybody. That's my choice. Mount Fuji is also very good too.
When in doubt, always get bourbon.
Yeah. Oh yes, no doubt. Did you need some bourbon for
Yes.
this whole episode of Raw?
Oh
What did
God, yes. So this morning I did a something to sports entertainment with, and I feel like I had to exercise a lot of the demons.
Ooh, good. Okay.
I hated so much of this Monday Night Raw that I thought maybe I was being unfair when I watched it live last night. And in recapping it this morning, and I went in depth where I could use language you can't use here, unlike your brother Marcus. We're not using F-bombs here, I'm rumor and innuendo.
Never.
This episode of Raw stunk. All due respect to shopmando.com. And it made absolutely no sense. It's almost as if Tony Marie Khan was booking this episode of Raw.
Okay. All right. Detail. Go into what the structure of it. Why?
Oh, that's right. I got to pull up the gimmick because you didn't want. You were busy.
Well, I have the result.
You're busy chilling with the angry Amish roadkill. So Raw opens with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors.
Yep.
Good match. Solid women's tag team match. I think part of my issue is just creative wise, booking wise, decision wise. I'm going to pose questions that I'm not expecting anyone to answer. They're going out into the upside down, if you will. But don't. And you have a tag team in the Kabuki Warriors who are a solid duo. They have a name. They dress alike. They have a long-standing backstory. They can go on Raw. They can go on SmackDown. They elevate any segment that they're in. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are big singles stars. They can be going after the Raw Women's title. They should be focused on winning the Royal Rumble. If the Kabuki Warriors were to retain, which is where I thought this was going, you've got Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, Lash Legend and Nia Jax. You've got Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. You got a lot of tag team opportunities for them. Rhea had that story with Zelina Vega on SmackDown where you had Damian Priest win. And I thought, okay, part of this kind of feels like, well, now Zelina's going to want to get revenge. So her costing Rhea this match means we can get to a Rhea Ripley Zelina Vega match in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, building up to the Royal Rumble. Or it's a through line in the actual Rumble match itself. Instead, Rhea and Io wind up winning the women's tag team titles.
I thought it to be a weird choice too, Robert. You consider, the star power of Rhea and of Io Sky too at the same time, and I just don't think it kind of the Kabuki Warriors feel more like a team, and
They do, and Sebastian Howard brings up a point. He says Alexa and Charlotte are singles two in a tag. They are, but Charlotte has been gaining a lot of momentum being part of this duo with Alexa Bliss.
Mhm.
I don't think her as a single star was doing her any favors in the short term. She needed a little bit of that character rehabilitation. Alexa Bliss coming back, I think, needed a little bit of reacclimating herself to the main event scene. Io and Rhea absolutely don't need to be a tag team.
No,
And
no.
unless you're building to a bigger, better storyline with either one of them, which doesn't really feel like the case right now, I don't understand this other than it's change for change sake. This is the first match of 2026 on Raw. By God, we need to have new champions. I
Right,
also
which seems
understand.
lazy.
I
It
also
seems
understand like they're going over to Europe for this tour. So SmackDown's going to be taped in Berlin. Raw is going to be in somewhere else in Germany, I believe. So
Brussels?
maybe they're in Belgium. I don't know, but which different country, but that's fine. It's very possible that the idea is, well, since Rio and Io are going to be there, Rhea and Io are going to be there anyway, we can put them on SmackDown, we can put them on Raw. But
I think what they need to really kind of be concerned with a little bit is really making a cohesive tag division. You have so much women on the roster. Why not make a certain segment of them tag team wrestlers and like come up with teams? It's just, I think that's what misses from AEW, obviously, and is missing from WWE. Why not take advantage of that? I think both promotions have not done that. They have not done, either promotion has not done a good job with their tag division whatsoever.
so they've kind of by default set up some interesting tag team situations. Obviously, Kabuki Warriors have a name; they're a duo.
Yeah.
Utilizing Lash Legend with Nia Jax, and this being the way to introduce Lash to main roster programming makes a whole lot of sense. Obviously, Piper Niven is out on the shelf, so Alba Fire and Chelsea Green working as a team makes sense. Julia and Kalani Jordan, is that her name?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Why, no, is that her? I don't know. The lady who holds the giant purse.
Oh no, that's not. No,
Kalani
okay.
Jordan is on
Yeah.
WWE Supercars. For some reason, I knew the name. I don't remember this woman's name.
Yes, I know who you're
But
talking.
whatever. There's you. The nice thing about a women's tag division is if you have two women who don't have anything going on, you can put them together as a tag team. They can go after the tag team titles, and eventually, you never know. They fuse together. Like the Iconics got over because they worked really well together.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, now it's Rhea and Io. We know that they're going to need Rhea Ripley for a big spot at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Kiana James, thank you.
Yes.
Um, we'll see. There's a Gunther segment next. Dom,
Yes.
we're going to use logic here.
Let's use logic.
I hate using logic. It bothers
You
me.
do?
So Gunther is the ring general, correct? That was his shtick.
That's his moniker.
He's a very serious, stern, angry man.
Mm-hmm.
He did not believe in disrespect in the ring. It was about pro wrestling and nothing else.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
He takes on John Cena, who's all sports entertainment. Guy raps, guy wears bright colored clothing, guy does goofy jokes.
Factual.
Gunther wrestles him in a straight up wrestling match and beats him clean.
Yep.
People are mad that he is not being more respectful to John Cena, a man whom he did make tap out.
That's correct.
He said, I'm going to embarrass the sports entertainment guy. And he embarrassed the sports entertainment guy, and he is then permitted to do so. Now Gunther smiles. He seems kind of goofy when he's talking. And then AJ Styles comes out there and smacks Gunther in the face, and Gunther just takes it. This dude had an aura about him that was very Brock Lesnar-esque. It was, this is a dude you do not mess with. The plan for him to win the Time Is Now tournament, that was long rumored months before this tournament was even announced. Like, oh yeah, Gunther's probably going to be John Cena's final opponent. Made a lot of sense. They had at least 3 months to plan for this, and this is what we're getting.
It certainly feels underwhelming. And like not only to that part, but yeah, it's like he beats John Cena, and you decide instead of making him like this, just like monster killer heel, you make him like this. Hey, the tie's loosened because I beat John Cena. I'm having fun now, and it's not a great way to follow up with beating arguably your biggest star of all time.
It
Like
would
promoted.
honestly, he would have gotten more heat out of it if he just no sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Right.
beat John Cena. I beat everybody.
He's
Who
nobody.
cares? I'm going to go win the world title. And then I'm
Mhm.
going to go beat everybody when I'm world champion.
Yes. Yeah. And the whole follow through with this has not been good. And that's been the big concern of mine, that you beat somebody like John Cena. How are you going to follow up with it? And so far, it's been very underwhelming. So I'm with
But just to stand there and take the slap, for AJ to even feel emboldened enough to go and slap Gunther when people were supposed to be scared of Gunther, it's one of those things where they were promoting the hell out of Unreal on this show, which I hate that they
you. Mhm.
promoted on Raw,
Yeah. That's
because it's so they don't to continue with the theme. They didn't interrupt the middle of Stranger Things to be like, and now in a lower third, here are the Duffer Brothers to talk about why they made this decision in this scene.
right.
Like,
Game of
I don't.
Thrones used to do that with whoever the brothers were on that one, or whatever, the two creative team. At the end of the show on HBO, they would have, oh, this
Yes,
is why we made this decision.
that was a post-show thing, and that's fine.
Yeah,
Benioff and Weiss, I believe, are their names.
I think that's right. Yeah.
That was a
Mhm.
poll. Um,
Wow.
but you're going, okay, if I'm in creative and I'm sitting in that meeting, I would probably be asking some of these questions, like, what is the motivation for this? What is the next point of this? If the idea is Gunther can't retaliate against AJ because he's been told, you step out of line again, we're going to suspend you, like something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch beat Maxine Dupree. They built up Maxine. They put the title on her. Fans are kind of getting behind her. Then you immediately beat her. I get that Becky cheated. But again, much like Rhea, much like Io, Becky Lynch should be focused on winning the Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch
Absolutely.
should be focused on main eventing WrestleMania. You don't need to give her a secondary title, especially when right before this match, you had Ivy Nile telling Pierce, I want to face the winner. It's like, okay, we'll get another nice Ivy Nile Maxine Dupree match next week. I thought Becky was going to lose because of AJ. Maybe Becky loses just because she loses, and then AJ decides to take some shots at her, and you do a nice Becky Lynch AJ Lee match at some point in time. Cammy Star asks, way to bring in Natty, question mark. They should have brought in Natty by now.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, maybe what she's thinking is the Maxine loses and Maddie's pissed. So
I get it, but they're going to Europe next week. So it's not like Natalia Neihardt's going to fly in there.
Well, and the other aspect too, Robert, is like you put the title on Maxine. It would make a lot of sense to have these big, when you're just starting off. This Intercontinental Championship is relatively new to the women's division, so why not create some big, long time moments, long runs to establish this title and make it feel like it's not playing hot potato? And this is exactly what you're doing with it. I love Becky
You've
Lynch.
rushed it back to Becky.
Yes.
When there's no challenger lined up for Becky to go face. So you're going to do another match with her and Maxine? Doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
And if it's her and AJ, do I care about them fighting for a title? No, they have a personal story. You don't need a belt involved in it. Weird decision, illogical. You know what's also weird and illogical? Giving the Usos a microphone. All
I
due
didn't see this,
respect.
so explain.
Oh man. All due respect to your usual co-host, Mr. Rob Van Dam. And I'm guessing that the folks at the Daily Dank 420 who said they love the content from you guys, and I'm going to assume those are gentlemen who may or may not partake in some substances. Jimmy and Jay were out of their skull when they were talking. It was illogical. It was rambling. They felt stale. At the same time, they just felt like throw those guys out there and let them go talk.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do any good, and it really highlighted how lost the men's tag division is on Raw. They had the Creed brothers randomly in the background during a segment. I honestly forgot that they're literally even there right now.
Which is crazy. Mm-hmm.
You have the El Grande Americano trio. Two of those men look suspiciously like Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can be going after the tag titles. You've got the Viking War Raiders. You've got the New Day. Where are they going with this with the Usos? And then this Uso promo was just like Tony Khan knocked it out of the park. He just said the Usos acted like they had a term paper due in the morning and pulled an all-nighter. They were like they were waiting to do the let's run it back, and they both kind of forgot what they were supposed to do, and they're just staring at each other for a while. And I thought, like, was this supposed to be a commercial break?
Yeah, look, and you mentioned it earlier. This was like almost feels like a Tony Khan booked Raw, and we criticize AEW for like, hey, like we haven't seen these people in a while, and then all of a sudden they appear again. And look, the Creed brothers are there. Anybody's in the mix with all this stuff. It's a head scratcher. It's unfortunate that they're doing this.
Mm-hmm. Stephanie Vaquer comes out wearing a boot. I have not done the research of whether or not this is a legit injury or this is a storyline injury. I don't know. Don't really care. Raquel Rodriguez going out there and taking her out. Cool. What blew my mind, you know how many days Stephanie Vaquer has been women's champion?
Doesn't feel like a long time, but
108 days.
Holy crap. So it is a long time.
Time is a flat circle, and we are aging rapidly.
My goodness.
108 days. I remember she wrestled Nikki Bella twice.
That's it, right? That's all I could really think of, too. Man.
I don't know. Then there was a segment where Rey Mysterio comforting Dragon Lee over Dragon Lee being upset that he lost the tag titles. If only these two guys, there was some sort of order to their union that encapsulated the world, but in a very Latino-based way that sold a crapload of merchandise.
Yeah, I wonder.
Fear not. Penta comes in because I guess it was just an all-mask party to be like, hey, I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. A lot of backs getting got.
There you go.
Lyra Valkyria got. Liv Morgan beat her. Bailey is still slowly continuing this descent into madness.
Does this feel, too, like it's been long in the tooth at this point for you, the Bailey heel turn, or are you okay with how long it's been?
I thought, honestly, that they just kind of gave up on it because I think
thought they did too.
Because it kind of felt like, you know what? People like Bailey and Lyra together. Maybe we should just keep them as a duo so they can go take down the Kabuki Warriors. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then our main event.
Mm-hmm. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, everyone.
I think it was Robert Frost who said it best. This is the shit you came up with?
Yeah, we had some predictions.
You can't get mad at me, YouTube. That's classic literature by Robert Frost. Yes, there was a path in the woods, and we went the easiest way possible. What a setup for War Games, though, by the way. I can't wait to see these guys go at it. The Vision versus the LWO and CM Punk.
Yeah, they're really digging it up.
What the hell program am I watching? So, Braun Breaker did the thing he needed to do, Dom.
Mm-hmm.
He held his own in the ring. He didn't look lost. He didn't look out of place. He didn't look like a mid-carder who shouldn't be in a main event situation. He looked like the guy who, when he says, it's not 5 years from now, it's now, you watch it, you go, yeah, you're pretty close.
Absolutely.
Bronson Reed looked good. Logan Paul looked like a jerk. Austin Theory is literally just another guy. He is Danny Garcia.
They're like, we need a Danny Garcia type figure.
He's gone full Danny Garcia. And then it's like, oh, yeah, here comes Penta and Dragon Lee and Ray. So I'm going, why the hell did LA Knight get taken out? Like, it felt like if LA Knight was going to get taken out by Bronson Reed, this would have been the time for him to return.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get that it's you're doing the thing of like, well, we're booking in our brain of what we think may happen, and then it disrupts what actually is going to happen. That didn't bother me. What bugged me was folks on the internet. I don't know if you've been on the internet.
Not familiar.
You go to AOL keyword WWE.
Oh,
Chris Jericho and Seth Rollins were both trending on X. Now, Jericho, there were reports that came out yesterday afternoon into the evening from our good friends over at Fightful, your boy Sean Ross Sapp, that Jericho not only is still theoretically under AEW contract, they may have extended his contract due to injury time, and he's still listed on their internal roster. So there was no way he was showing up on Raw.
he's actually still on their roster page too.
I
No, not internal.
Guy who looks vaguely like me just said he's still on their roster.
And you said internal. I meant on the web.
On their web. Fine. On the interweb.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins was backstage. And that was out there that he was backstage at Raw. And on this very episode of Monday Night Raw, you had the commercials for Unreal where they keep talking about Seth Rollins faking his injury from last year. Yes. Which is insanely stupid that the dude faked an injury to come back to have a real injury. So the audience is going, oh, this must be a work within a work. It's Inception. And he's really going to come out. And then is he going to help Braun Breaker? Is he going to help Punk? We get none of that. Instead, Punk just beats Braun Breaker.
And, it's like Tony Gong mentions it too, like, and like in a different way. He says LA Knight interference would have meant helping Punk, and I don't know if it would have fit his character.
That's what makes it interesting. By the way, Tony, that is the point that makes it interesting, because it's this idea of LA Knight can then say, I didn't do this to help you. I did this to get revenge on what that guy did to me. In fact, screw you, Punk. I'm coming for your title, and I'm going to go win the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to take your belt, you jerk.
And in the same turn, too, you protect Braun for later on in a program with Punk if you want to go back to it. And you don't make him lose some. Like, he just lost straight up to Punk, which is okay, I guess. But it's like
it's fine to lose. You lost to the world champ. Sure. Yeah, he generally held his own. He looked like he belonged in there. There was that one crazy ass botch off the top rope that could have been a botch, could have been part of the match. We don't know. It's Bruce Pritchard. They meant to do that. Okay. There's no shame in him losing. It feels like this was the litmus test, and by SummerSlam, that dude is winning the world title, which is kind of what we had predicted all along. Beating him here with all the crazy running and interference, you can't go back to this by Mania. No. You need to put a little bit more time, let him build back up. J. Wade Walter making a run in saying, hey, guys, sorry for the late appearance, making a run in that Rollins didn't. The craziest part is CM Punk wins. He beats Braun Breaker.
Yep.
And there is nothing that happened on this show that tees up what's next for CM Punk.
Nothing at all.
Rumble, by the way, is the cheap pay-per-view. We always used to view it as the cheap pay-per-view. You can slip in a world title match that doesn't matter because everyone's tuning in to watch the Rumble itself. There's not going to be a big swerve moment, bro. Kevin Owens got multiple opportunities in that spot because he's a guy who can work really, really well with whoever, and they're not going to necessarily put the title on him, but it's going to feel compelling. Bob Holly and Brock Lesnar, for Pete's sake, at one point. So you could have gone somewhere with the LA Knight of it all. That LA Knight could have interfered to help and then demanded a shot, and then we just do LA Knight versus CM Punk at the Rumble. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Instead, there's nothing, and then they're going to Europe next week where it's going to be waiting for Godot, but you won't have to wait for us.
Nope.
Because we will be back tomorrow on time, just like we were today at noon Eastern. We're on a plethora of platforms, including the WWE Creative_ISH X account, the @SE Scoops X account. Shout out to Mike Shalick, who was just down here in Boca. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to hook up and see each other. It'll happen next time he's there. The family is very busy. @Dominic D'Angelo X account, and on YouTube on Rumor and Innuendo Podcast Heat and ad-free shows. So on behalf of the man who has a brighter future than the New York Football Jets, Dominic D'Angelo, I'm Robert Karpolis. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Doesn't everybody? Barb even has a better future than the New York Jets.
Shh.